In this video, I'm going to share with you why you do not want to use the average Austin apartment pricing for planning your next move. Wrong number, but I will show you the right numbers to use and where you can find those numbers so that you know exactly, or at least a better idea of what your true price is going to be moving to Austin, Texas. Now, the reason we don't want to look at the average price for apartments in Austin is because it's taken care of, it's involving all of Austin. It's including all of Austin, but Austin is broken up into different neighborhoods, different areas, and we want to focus on the area and the neighborhood you're going to move in. Because you're not going to move into all of Austin, you're going to move into an area of Austin, right? So we're taking a look at Rent Cafe right here. And as we see, hey, the average rent, $16.96. Right now, please note that this is from Rent Cafe. They do focus on apartment rentals, so this is not going to include home leases. So this is strictly apartments. But I also want to point out to you that this was last updated November 2024. Okay, so a couple months behind, but it is still a very good reference. So we see average rent $16.96. For the average apartment size being 862 square feet. Now, 862 square feet here in Austin, that's a one bedroom. A studio would probably run anywhere between 400, 500 square feet, maybe even 600. So if we're looking at 862, you're looking about at a one bedroom. So average apartment size, 862, average rent, 1696. And I keep repeating myself because I want you to remember those numbers as we scroll down here. Now, this is going to give you a breakdown of different things. You are more than welcome to come and visit. I'll be sure to include the link in the description below in case you want to reference it. But I want to draw your attention to this right here. Downtown Austin, average rent is $3,058. That is a far cry difference than $16.96. And this is what I wanted to bring to your attention. This is why I'm making a video about it. And I'm going to do this once a month. So if you don't have time to look this up, I'll give you an update each month so that you can have some idea of what's going on. Again, it might be a couple months behind as we see this one is. But this is what I want to bring to your attention. This is nearly double. Downtown is nearly double the average rent in Austin. And I put so much emphasis into this because when I help clients find their, apartments when they're moving here from either out of state or especially out of country, they're like, okay, well, if, I'll just use this as an example. If the average rent is $16.96, then I want my rent to be no more than $1,200 because that's below average. But I want to live downtown across from the lake. I want a 2-bedroom and I want to be able to be in the middle of like a lot of restaurants and things to do. And my budget's $1,200. Don't want to go higher than $1,200. And it's like, well, downtown is a lot denser than the rest of the city. So it's going to be a little more expensive. So here again, this is why it's so important. So downtown Austin, looking around 3,000. If we go to like UT Austin, 3,000 as well. North of the university, right under 3,000. West University, right under 3,000. But let's go click this little button right here where it says view all. Here we go. You see East Austin, 2,000. Right, if you want to go East Cesar Chavez, and East Cesar Chavez is building up. You have a lot of amazing little restaurants there if you want to go, but you're looking at around $2,200 a month for rent. You're not looking at the $16.96 average, right? So I just wanted to point that out to you. So if you're doing any apartment planning, if you're doing any researching, if you haven't moved here yet, and you're like, oh, and you type in Google like, hey, what's the average rent in Austin? And you see like $16.96 or $1,700 or, $1,400. Please know that's all of Austin. Come to something that like a reference like this that breaks down the rent by neighborhood, by area, so you can actually see what you'll be paying based on where you want to move. Here we see South Lamar, 1872, right? Now you'd be like, okay, Marcus, but that's not bad. That's okay. That's cool. And it's like, yeah, but remember, this is almost $200 more than the average rent price that's being shown to you. And please know that this is just base rent. Just base rent. This is not any amenity fees. This is not any parking fees. This is not any pest or trash fees. This is just base rent. In most places in Austin, your utilities are going to be separate. They're not going to be included with your rent in most cases. So factor in all of those individual prices in addition to what you see here as far as rent. So anyway, I don't want to take a whole lot of time because I don't think we need to draw this out. This is kind of like your apartment pricing market update from me, because I want you to be prepared. I want you to be knowledgeable. I want you to be ready for when you're going into these properties and you're looking at prices. You're like, wait a minute, where's all this pricing coming from? This is based on neighborhoods and areas, and pricing is also going to be based on amenities, right? So the more amenities a property is going to have, it may be slightly more than average. Or if you go to a property where they do not have as many amenities, it might be slightly less than average. So please know that different variables impact your price, and it will go, up or down, more or less, but this should give you a more accurate depiction of what you'll pay based on where you want to move and the area that you want to move to. So I hope this has been helpful. Again, I'll put this link in the description below in case you want to take a look at it on your own time. And until the next one, I'll do this, next month once this updates, just so you can be aware and you have all the information you need for your move. So until next time, stay awesome, stay amazing.
Whoa.